Did you know that you can hold your ground and simultaneously feel your need to survive all at the same time? Yeah. So holding your ground, okay? This is such a beautiful, 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 beautiful thing to just begin to contemplate. You know, we're living in a really interesting time right now, and probably the most prevalent thing that crosses my inbox, that crosses my conversations that I'm having with people is that how do you hold your ground? How do you stay strong and in your conviction of, you know, what's important to you, what's true for you, regardless of what that truth is? It doesn't matter, because what's true for you is what's true for you. That's really the point. Holding your ground, holding yourself in your conviction of your truth. What does that look like? How does that happen? How do we get to that point? Something that's really important to remember when it comes to holding your ground is when you make a pact with yourself to honor your truth, and you do this from a place of integrity. Integrity is the key word here. How do you know that you are operating from integrity? How do you know that? How can you be sure? How can you be certain that you're moving from an integral place, right? This is important because when your body recoils at the first sign of trouble, because you've agreed to move from your truth, from your integrity, this is where the dance begins of holding your ground, right? And your survival. Okay, they become two very pronounced things that enter our sphere in our world, okay? And what we'll notice is that as we hold our ground, or as we attempt to honor our integrity, we'll notice this temptation to reduce ourselves, or to reduce yourself into smallness. And the dance is honoring your unsurprising, keyword unsurprising, survival mechanism to freeze or to flee or to fight or to appease or people please and seek safety and comfort. Now, when it comes to holding your ground, survival, fighting, fleeing, freezing, appeasing, seeking safety and comfort, it's counterproductive when we're learning to hold our ground. Our role, in fact, in these moments is to stay. Yeah. Instead, we want to meet ourselves where we are, right? We want to hold ourselves in the drama of our recoil, okay? So the recoil is this dramatization of our survival mechanisms being played out, okay? We want to hold ourselves in that fight and freeze or flee or appease state. Okay, we want to hold ourselves there. We want to hold ourselves in our conviction of our integrity there, exactly in that exact spot. And then we want to deliberately enter this very mysterious realm, for some of us, of self-validation. And it's so much simpler than you think, yeah? We affirm in that moment back to ourselves, however, in whatever way we need to, that I see you, that I love you, that I am here, that you are safe. I see you, I love you, I'm here, you are safe. And who you're speaking to is this small version of you, this childlike representation of you that is eliciting those survival states. Yeah, is eliciting that dance of, is this safe? Is eliciting that wobbliness in speaking and holding yourself in that conviction of what is true and right for you. Okay, so we have to let the dance between our integrity and the drama of our recoil, right? The dramatization of our recoil. We have to allow that to reveal to us the opportunities to appreciate the depth of your truth, the depth of your intuition, the depth of just how powerful you are. Okay? Because only then, my friends, only then, when we allow that dance and we allow both of those pieces or parts of ourselves to be represented, you know, the parts of us that want to hold true in our conviction, stand in our conviction, hold our ground. And the parts of us that want to recoil and reduce ourselves and hide ourselves and diminish our truth and what's important to us, we must allow both of them to be represented. Yeah. And when we do, only then can we start to expect miracles. Yeah. Because when we start to move into holding our ground and we start to speak the language of holding ourselves in such powerful conviction, only then can we delight in this really beautiful play between knowing who and what you truly are. And we can only know and understand who and what we truly are and how powerful we are if we're willing to allow the part of ourselves that is afraid and scared and unsure to be present, to also be represented. Only then can we expect miracles, because when we don't allow both of these pieces or parts to have that space, neither one exists. And so we begin a different kind of dance, a dance of should I or shouldn't I? What if, or what will happen? It's a totally different dance with a totally different energy, isn't it? So holding your ground is allowing this beautiful dance between your integrity and that conviction. It has to be a conviction. It's like they're the same thing to me. I'm only ever in my conviction of who I am and what I am and what's important to me when I'm in my integrity. How do you know that you're operating from your integrity? And allow that dance between that part of you and the dramatization of recoiling, right? When you put that part of you at the forefront of your life and you say, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, this is what's important to me, that small child inside of you, there is a drama-like scenario playing out, and it's the, what if I die? How is this is unsafe, yeah? And so it rears up and it is prodded, it is enabled to do what it knows to do to keep you safe, of course. But how can that be a really powerful thing? How is that a really powerful thing? Right? It's just showing you, isn't it? It's just showing you where to direct more love, more energy, more time, more healing. And it's to that part of you that is afraid of getting it wrong, being abandoned, being rejected. All valid, but the price of entry to your own conviction, the price of entry to your own truth and honoring your own truth and your own integrity is, the price of entry, my friends, is allowing yourself to be wrong, allowing yourself to be rejected, allowing yourself to potentially lose something. Because what are we losing, and what is the cost when we do not do this for ourselves, when we do not stand in our conviction? The cost is we do what we fear others will do to us. We reject ourselves, we abandon ourselves, we don't listen to ourselves, we don't trust ourselves as a result, right? We do to ourselves what we fear others will do to us as a result of us being that powerful. Okay? So let the dance between your integrity and your recoil reveal to you the opportunities to appreciate the depth of your truth and how powerful you really are. And then, my friends,